This is my final product review. Hi, Madeline. For the spring box. So that's kind of momentous. And I have been equal parts excited to be done with the responsibility and grieving the chance to have this kind of interaction. So I'm excited for a little bit less structure in my downtime, but I'm gonna definitely be on the site so I can hang out with all of you guys. So, Gretchen, you're just jealous of the warm weather. Cristin just had, oh my God. Cristin just had hamstring reattachment surgery. That sounds like a serious surgery with a long recuperation time. I'm sorry. Gretchen, unfortunately, it's like 72, 74 right now. I think tomorrow the high is going to be 76. It's been unusually dry. And so this week I had to do all kinds of different things with my face because one morning I woke up and I went to wash and it was dry, which I never have. So I had to listen to my low humidity face, which does not know what to do with itself. Good morning, Dawn. Thank you so much for being here. So what I'm going to talk about today is something that you've all heard about. It's the Blush Beauty Oil. You can see it right here. And I'm covering up the beautiful part, which is the rose petals that are inside. Of all the things, oh, thanks for translating, Adeline. Yeah, I don't do that well in my head. Of all the things that were in the spring box, this was the one that I was kind of least excited about. I didn't want to cheat on my favorite, which has up to this point been Camellia Gold Beauty Oil. I love the way it smells. I love the sparkle of the gold. And it was my first beauty oil. And so I just, you always love your first, right? And I wasn't sure that this was going to be thin enough for me. And when I first started trying it, I have a lot of blush, but I use tiny bits of it. I'll explain what I've been using. When I first started the spring box, I kind of used everything all at once and my skin freaked the shit out. And so I pulled back because, of course, you need to be kind with your skin, and then started coming back with smaller amounts. I got to a point where I was using 1 drop of Blush Beauty Oil in my AM routine as my last step. And then as things calmed down and my skin got used to the new regime, I saw what Carol was doing and all of the success she was having with using blush, kind of massaging it into her skin. She was seeming to have a lot more grits. And I was assuming because she was having more oil in her every day-to-day routine. So I started upping it to 2 drops this week and doing Carol's method of putting it on her palm and then getting it really hot and then pressing it into her face and then doing light massage. I was intrigued by that method for a couple reasons. I have found that there's a couple products that I started out just patting in that I've recently started to do a little bit more rubbing in, and for me that's working. Pearl Serum has been one of those things that when I first tried, I patted it on and it felt like it just sat on my skin and never went anywhere. In the spring box, I pat it where I want it and then I gently massage it. And so I thought that revisiting Blush Beauty Oil in sort of the same manner and thinking of it more as a massage to help it get in my pores, help it with my milia and my blackheads, but also help it hydrate and create a skin barrier. And I really like the results. Right now what you're seeing is my PM face. So this is double cleansed, Asian Powerhouse, then Peat, then Dorian Gray, then spot treatment with Glow, spot with pearls. I do pearl on the apples of my cheeks and my nose. I've started using Lift on my eyes and along my jaw. And then the very, very, very last donkey milk gel sleeping pack that I had, it is officially gone. So I got through 5 full weeks with my donkey milk, which was exciting. So I'm pretty excited about this, and it doesn't rival the smell or the sparkle of Camellia Gold, but it does for me offer a really, really, really nice light beauty oil. And I think that I'm already starting to see some results from having more oil in my day-to-day routine, because I do, even on my best days, I still have blackheads on my chin. I have a tendency for blackheads on my nose. And I think that the more I use beauty oil in my routine, the more I'm going to able to help my skin. And I wanted to say a few things about, for those of us who've always thought of oils as like the devil to oily skin, you know, don't go near it, don't consider it. You know, even though I'm using it, it's still kind of new to me. And so I did some reading to see sort of all the different things that beauty oils in general can do, and a few were surprising to me. Now, most of us in this group, I don't think I am going on a limb to say that most of us are using vacuum cleanser cleaning oil, and that was a huge step. The idea that I could clean with oil was just shocking. But what I read, which makes sense, is that so oil dissolves oil. So the right oils can actually penetrate and dissolve oils in ways that water could never do. You know, you've seen what water and oil does together. It stays separated. It doesn't dissolve. So that makes sense. And we're all doing that on a day-to-day basis. It also helps other products penetrate our skin. So you know the difference, I'm sure you felt the difference between a thin serum or a beauty oil and a thicker moisturizer. A beauty oil, I don't know why I keep looking at my beauty oil over there. That's strange. Like, hello beauty oil, how are you? Maybe I'll pick it up again. I think it's lonely. I'll pick it up right here, just a little look. The beauty oil can penetrate your skin faster, and it can allow other products to follow suit. So if you're using a beauty oil at night or at day, right before you do your final moisturizer, it can help that moisturizer get deeper into your skin because this is already going in beforehand. The same thing applies, for me at least. I've discovered that I've had better luck with my Lotus serum when I followed up with blush beauty oil. So I feel like the combination of massaging a little blush beauty oil into my skin helps me with the Lotus serum. Now, there are times during the day, especially during pledge drive, where I used my mist on top of everything I already had on my face. I didn't touch my face, I just spritzed and then went back at it. And that also worked lovely. But when I'm doing my AM routine and I'm sort of building my layers of moisturizing, that this helps me get things penetrating. Excuse me. Okay. It's also hard to talk with my hands when I've got beauty oil in them, so I'm feeling conflicted. Another thing that our beauty oil does for us. Bye, Carol. Thanks for popping in. That's really sweet of you. Say hi to Denise for me. Bye. It is a great source of essential fatty acids. Why do you care? Why should we care? Well, it helps us maintain healthy skin membranes. It sounds weird in my head. I think I'm saying it correctly. Basically, if we don't have a healthy skin membrane, then we're losing moisture from our skin, and the environment can damage our skin easier when we don't have a barrier keeping our natural moisture in our skin. When that's gone, we can get really, really dry, we can get really irritated, and then pollution, sun, all of those things in our life that can cause skin damage have easier access to our face, which we don't want. And just so happens that there are multiple ingredients in blush beauty oil that bring the fatty acid awesomeness, like the Camellia japonica oil, which is in multiple products in SB, which also happens to be an antioxidant, so it's helping us fight free radicals. And it's also non-greasy, so I didn't talk about the texture, but it's a very, very light, thin feeling oil, not greasy at all. Once it's on my face, I don't have any sense of an oiliness to my skin. And acne. Adeline is reminding me, and thank you so much for doing so, that the essential fatty acids can also help defeat or prevent acne. Excuse me. I guess I have to drink on camera again. Okay. So oils can also help. Hi, Hayne. Welcome. Oh no! Hayne has a migraine. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm gonna PM you later because I'm eager to find out how things are going with your presentation. I know you've been working on it really hard. Okay, thanks for saying hi. Take care. Another fatty acid, so the blueberry seed oil is also a fatty acid and also an antioxidant. So those two are working side by side to bring us all the awesome goodness. Then we have elderberry fruit extract and sake extract, which helps with brightening. And I don't know, Adeline, can sake extract also help with actually like reducing our dark spots, or is it just overall brightening? Okay. Well, I'm sure she'll jump in there, but I missed something from Gretchen. Sorry, Gretchen. I'll have to go back and look once I get done chatting. They can also help heal and repair. So all of these antioxidants can help us all. Okay. I need to stay. Okay. I'm getting all kinds of not focused, but Adeline has confirmed that the sake extract can help reduce the appearance of our dark spots. So hell yeah to that. I'm actually throwing everything at my dark spots that I can possibly throw at them. So this has been a nice addition to my routine because it's on top of my Dorian Gray, it's on top of my glow. I also used red wine pressed serum, which I haven't been using lately, but I'm sure I will bring back in once it gets a little bit warmer here. Okay. And then, of course, our oil, our blush beauty oil, can help with bringing back, plumping our skin, the appearance of plump skin. It can help with, I don't know why I have such a dry throat today. Of course, the dewy look that we're all going for, and a lot of us are getting it. I mean, I'm seeing everyone's selfies, and it seems like across the board, people are seeing a brightening in complexion. They're seeing a glowiness and a natural dewy look without having to put on any makeup at all for most of us, which is just empowering. For me, it's really empowering that I don't feel like I have to put on a fake face to face the world. My face is the face that I face the world with now, and that is a beautiful feeling. It also helps us balance oily skin. So I'm a testament to that. I think Carol would agree with me that as people who have had traditionally really oily skin in humid climates, I've seen a significant reduction in oil. I actually, this week, I went in the bathroom and sort of out of habit, I went to blot my face. It was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been working like crazy. And then I realized, oh, I don't have to blot my face. It's not a requirement. And like I saw a bit of shine and I went to touch my face after I washed my hands and realized that this is just moisturized skin. This is not an oil slick. And that's because I'm seeing my natural oil production being reduced because I'm giving it these healthy oils. It also can act as a primer. So when we do want to wear some makeup, whether we just like it or we feel like we want to add a little something extra, then blush beauty oil can act as a really nice primer underneath. Hey sis! A really nice primer underneath our makeup. And what I read was that beauty oil can work much better than some thicker moisturizers because it doesn't settle into our lines. So as your day goes on and your makeup settles a little bit, this can help it keep a really smooth, nice finish and never get those creases. Okay. Then, repairing sun damage. So no matter how good we all are, we are gonna get some sun damage. It's just impossible to think otherwise. And our antioxidants in the Camellia japonica and the blueberry seed extract are gonna help, seed oil, sorry, are gonna really help fight skin damage. Excuse me. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm just a little bit verklempt. So that are all the reasons why this bottle, which I was going to say little bottle, and this is not a little bottle. So this is a full size that comes in the spring box. I've been using 1 to 2 drops every AM and PM. So you can see here. I actually have used some in my hair as well. And this is how much I have left. So this is going to last me a nice long time. Hi, Jean. Welcome. It's going to offer the plump, dewy, glowy look that we're all looking for. It's going to help brighten our complexion while also lightening our dark spots. It can act as a primer under our makeup. It acts as an overall moisturizer, and it also helping repair and strengthen our natural skin barrier. Not to mention, it's gorgeous as hell, and it smells pretty darn amazing. So, with all of that said, there's absolutely no reason why you do not want this. And I can say that my 3-year-old approves. When she asks for her rose mask, this is what she's talking about. Hi, Katie. This is what she's talking about, and we tested it on her first, and it's fine. And I just put a couple drops on, and then massage it into her face, and she's got a nice little rose mask that we don't wash off. Katie's asking, when I put in my hair while it's damp, I usually, what have I done it? I did it both ways, actually. So I put some of it in when my hair is damp. Normally, if I'm doing that, it's damp, and I rub it in my palms, and then I scrunch. Hi, Rachel. But I've also done it if I'm having a really frizzy day and I need to calm some things down. I will do the same thing, only with dry hair, and then kind of just do a little smoothing down where I'm extra crazy. Okay, I've got some comments. Let me see if I can scroll back a little bit. Does Camellia Gold oil work in spots? Do you mean lightening dark spots, Gretchen? On spots. Oh, there I go. See. I don't know because I haven't looked at the ingredient list recently, but because it's called Camellia, I'm guessing it has the Camellia japonica oil in it. If I'm correct in that assumption, then yes, I believe so. Adeline is on, so of course she will correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm happy that she's here. Hi, Jean. And Adeline's also reminding us that the beauty oil helps plump our fine lines. So it's helping plump them, so that reduces the appearance of them. And then it's also preventing makeup from settling in them. So that is a win-win right there. Okay, let's see. If I have missed a question, ladies and gentlemen, please repost it real quick so that I can answer it. Rachel said, "Say don't have blush yet. Do you think Camellia Gold would work similarly as a primer?" I personally say yes to that question. Rochelle, sorry. I said Rachel. Rochelle, I'm sorry about that. I have used it I used Camellia Gold a lot last summer, and I used it as a primer. And so that would be my last step in my AM routine, and then I would just use a really light loose powder and maybe a little bit of blush, and that was it. And I really liked that combination. I really liked it a lot. Okay, Adeline has corrected me that there is no specific dark spot treatment in Camellia Gold. So I was wrong. Thank you for correcting me. Katie, I'm glad you made it too. Okay. Any other questions you guys have? I'm going to be back tomorrow, which is Sunday, April 1st at 9 p.m. to do my final week 5 Springboks review. And I will be doing my full routine. I think I'm going to do PM routine, but I'll be doing the whole routine for you from cleansing to the end so you can see what it looks like, and I'll speed it up a little bit because some of those things take a long time to soak in for me, but I have started to do a little bit more Marissa inspired placement of some of my serums. So rather than taking a million years because I'm doing 5 or 6 different ones, I'm being a little more strategic with my placement. So I'm excited to show you that and do a final wrap up. I'll give it another 10 seconds for questions, 15 seconds for questions. I really appreciate you all for coming and watching today. If you are watching on YouTube, you can subscribe. Please subscribe to the Sabbatical Beauty YouTube channel. We're adding content absolutely almost every single day, and it's really, really helpful content. I know I go back and watch videos on a regular basis and learn something. I just used Hanes' spritzing technique this morning, which was exciting because I'm a little bit of a spaz when it comes to spritzing. And now I'm using Carol's application of Blush Beauty Oil. So I'm trying to figure out what I've learned, what I've started doing from Madeline. I know there's something I've been doing of Madeline. So anyways, thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow night and see you soon. Thanks for coming.